Hi, can you see me? Can you see my screen?
Видно ли мой экран? Видно ли мою презентацию?
Okay.
Да, все замечательно. Мы видим вашу презентацию.
Thank you. So that's my
Хорошо,
disclosures.
отлично. Вот это мой конфликт интересов.
So, one second. Let me just get this. Okay.
Сейчас одну минуту.
Right. So, what I'm going to do in the next 15 minutes is talk about web versus contour. These are my disclosures. So it's very important to understand there are a lot of intrasaccular devices in the market. And as you can see, there are tons of them which we can use. We are mainly going to talk about web versus contour. So these are the two things we're going to discuss. And you've seen Rene, I mean, I have a huge respect for Rene, and I think he's quite right at the moment where he's always a little bit questions not just the safety of the device, but the efficacy, and it's very important. And I think in time, and we still need some years to see, understand what's going on. But the reason it's important for me about intrasaccular devices and why I think it's relevant, because if you look at all these different MCE aneurysms, they're not the same. They are different aneurysms. If you look at all these basilar aneurysms, you see they're different aneurysms. So you can't fit one device into everything. You can't fit one type of treatment into everything. So you have to modulate your treatment. Now, from my point of view, if you look at intrasaccular devices, why do we need them? We need them for wide neck aneurysms, complex aneurysm. And the main intention for me why it is so important, and I like to use them, is because I want to avoid stents. And the device is mainly kind of about the theory that there is flow disruption and flow diversion, and talk about it. But mainly, you don't want anything in the artery. You want a better occlusion rates, particularly if you can get better occlusion rates than stents. And the whole idea is not to have any antiplatelets. But there are challenges because of the learning process, the size of the device, and how to size the device to the aneurysm. What are the features of a good intrasaccular device? It has to be safe. It's got to be easy to deploy, easy to size, and it shouldn't be invisible like some of the stents we have. And you need to match the occlusion rates to the stenting, and that's very important. Another thing which is very important is everybody should be able to use it. I'm not going to talk so much on web because you already had a lot of talks on web, but I came into web somewhere around 2012, and you can see the system has improved over time to a 17 system. If you look at some of the earlier papers, you can see Christoph paper where he showed really horrible webs, and he showed that he has used them, but there were significant recurrences. People, and I know this has been already discussed, so I won't waste much time on it, but we have used webs now for various type of aneurysms. We have used for recurrent aneurysms. Here you can see there is an aneurysm which is coiled. You've got a recurrence, and then you can put the web in. So the indications have expanded. Indications have expanded to much more atypical locations. As you can see here in the pericolosal, you can go in and put a web here, as they have done here, and many of us would have tried these. And yes, you can use a web. If the aneurysm looks like a really nice shape here, it's not a bad option to put a web. Again, I'm not going to talk much about this, but we know that the web is safe with the mortality morbidity is very, very low. So it's a safe device. Also, the question comes, and many people will question this, and it is correct because you want to know what the efficacy is. And if you look at the complete occlusion of web or adequate occlusion, you're looking around 80%. If you look at all the different types of studies that are done for wide neck aneurysms, you can see if you just coil an aneurysm, your occlusion rates are around 1/3. If you use a stent, you are completely occlusion are only 50%. But you do other therapies, again, your occlusion rates, complete occlusion rates are still around 50%. And a meta-analysis by David Fiora recently also talked about this. And the complete occlusion rates with various therapies, including surgery, is around 50%. So you're not really looking at complete occlusion in most of the aneurysms. But you look at the various occlusion scales that have been used also. Now, what is the indication for web? For me, I've done nearly 200. I've been involved in nearly 200 and done about more than 100 aneurysms. It's wide neck aneurysms, which are unruptured or ruptured aneurysms, recurrences, sometimes sidewalls. And we can use web, and I mainly believe that I should use web alone. But yes, you can use a web with a stent, or you can use the web with a coil. So here is an MC aneurysm, and I know you guys have seen so many of these type of cases. You go, there is a web put in here, and you can see the aneurysm is occluded, and aneurysm is completely occluded. You can use a 17 system in a small aneurysm, and again, I saw Jack Morey talking about it, and you can treat it. Aneurysm which are very big, you can put a web in the neck to cock, and you can coil hysterectomy. So here you can see you've done that. Now, this is all feasible and technically makes procedures very, very simple. You don't have to put a stent in. Web has been used extensively and there are extensive studies done. Again, you can look at occlusion rates of very high early occlusion rate, but there is a question, the long-term occlusion rates may not be necessarily around the same range. If you look at a case here, Sylvan Piche hematoma, wide neck, right MCA aneurysm. It takes about 10 minutes to do the case, as you can see here. This was 10:14, 10:30. The aneurysm, the web has been placed in, and the aneurysm is completely occluded. And you got a follow-up here, which looks like the aneurysm is still completely occluded at 2 years. So it does a good job and it's in the right case. But there are problems. Here, if you see if the web is undersized, the sizing is a big problem here. Here, my colleague did this MC aneurysm. It's a wide neck aneurysm. And the web has been placed here, as you can see here. But there was flow around the aneurysm. As you can see, there is a little bit of flow. I had to go back in. Sorry, if you see the CTA, it has gone forward, but you can see there is a little bit of flow. So this is not occluding the aneurysm. So you have to go back in, and I had to go back in and then coil this aneurysm and then make sure that the aneurysm is occluded. As you can see now, we've just gone around the aneurysm. There was space there. And if you haven't occluded the aneurysm, your aneurysm is never going to get occluded or completely gone. So you have to make sure it's occluded well. And then I put some coils in, as you can see here, coils, and then I couldn't get into this compartment, but I knew there was stasis there. So I stopped. As you can see, there is significant stasis now. I put more coils, seal the neck of the aneurysm, and eventually you can see the follow-up here. This is a 2-year follow-up, and the aneurysm is completely occluded, as you can see. This is another case where the sizing makes a big difference. Here you can see the aneurysm was small. The intervention is placed the web here, as you can see. But there is this web looks small. And as soon as it detaches it, guess what's going to happen? There you go. The web has completely moved from this position to now this position. So as you can see now, these two markers are there, and the web is completely in the wrong place. And then you can see the web sitting wrongly into the aneurysm. Luckily, it has not come into the anterior cerebral artery, and then it had to be coiled, and a stent was placed across. So problems, if you size it, undersize it, you got a problem. If you oversize it, like in this case, it's the only case which I was proctoring where I had to put a stent in, and you can see that this web was a little bit down here. This was causing trouble. There was a bit of a thrombus here, so there was a stent placed across the aneurysm. As you can see, there was an atlas stent placed across the aneurysm that did a good job. As you can see, the clot was getting bigger. This is a guy with chronic alcoholic. It's got a partially thrombosed aneurysm. There's a big thrombus around the aneurysm. This is one of the early cases. We decided to put a web in because I didn't want believe that he was going to take stents, and you put a web in that looked pretty good. It was the largest web, as you can see. There's a double layer web, but eventually he recurred. As you can see, these are the early images. He had a subdural. He comes back, and you can see there is a massive recurrence in a few months. I decided to put another web because I did not want to put a stent in. So you can see the previous web has gone into the thrombus here. We used to see recurrences with coils, but this is really bad from the web point of view. You can see this web is right in the aneurysm, but it is the nature of this aneurysm, not just because it's a web. And you can see that the second web is placed here. I coiled it. I thought I did a great job. The aneurysm looks completely occluded, but it comes back again in a few months with subarachnoid hemorrhage. And guess what? The coils are displaced. The webs are all here in the thrombus. I don't think web was a good choice here. And in any case, he died, and there was nothing much you could do. So we have to be very careful using web in partially thrombosed aneurysm. That's been our experience, but that's not necessarily true if you manage to control the neck or put a stent across the neck of the aneurysm. But it's not necessarily the case that if you haven't sized it properly or not sized it properly, you can still get late recurrences. Like in this case, the shape of the aneurysm is not suitable for web. I decided to still put a web here in those early days. You can see there is a little bit of flow, which was crossed, which I didn't notice. She did have some small thromboembolic complication, but she recovered from that. 4 years down the line, it was still completely occluded. 4 years down the line, you can see there is a significant recurrence of the aneurysm, which was, if you go back, you can clearly see that there was a little bit of filling. So the aneurysm the web was not sealing the aneurysm. So it's very important to remember that you need to kind of put the web in the right size in the right aneurysm. So it's a bad job from my end. So what I have learned over years, not to web partially thrombose. Make sure you got the right size, you got the right shape of the aneurysm. It's not always necessarily easy. And if you've got a rupture point at the neck, can have a problem. And there are, it's a costly device, so we need to be very careful. Use it. It's a great device in the right type of aneurysm. So is it a perfect device? Well, it is safe, but not easy to size. You can see, easy to deploy. You don't need antiplatelets. The complication rates are low, but the occlusion rates are not that great. And again, if you look at the trials to real life, I think there is a difference between the two. So we need a device that is easy, and particularly we need a device that's combined properties of web and a flow diverter, which everybody can use. So does Contour give you that option? Well, I don't know how many of you have seen Contour or used Contour, but technically it's easy to use. It's very safe. You want a device that is kind of works for you. So this is a Contour device. I wish Gyula could have shown you the video here, but you can see the idea is to place the device in the neck. It's a 19-volt device, and it uses now a 21 catheter, and here you can see can deploy it in the neck. It's only got 5 sizes, which is important. So you don't have many sizes to play with, and easy to size because you just take the width of the aneurysm and the neck of the aneurysm. Here you can see the device is being placed in a model, as you can see, and you can play it up and down, try to get it, and eventually you want it's like an endovascular clip. If I want to tease a neurosurgeon, tell them it's a clip across the neck of the aneurysm, and you can see if you inject some dye, you can see the flow diversion around the neck. If you compare it between web and Contour, you can see the web will fill the aneurysm, whereas the Contour is at the neck of the aneurysm. This is an ICA termination aneurysm, where you can see the Contour has been placed, and the Contour has been placed, and you can see the Contour has occluded the aneurysm completely, as you can see here. When we did early studies between Contour and web, and did a comparison, you can see the occlusion rate with web. The published data of adequate occlusion is around 80%, whereas with Contour, it looks like it's much higher. than the web. We published the data again, and the complication rates and the safety rate are very, very small. Here is a case which I see a termination aneurysm. Because of time, I'm going a little bit fast, but you can see that there is a left ICA termination aneurysm in a lady which was previously coiled. And here we can see that there is a device that has been placed here, and you can see a little bit of stasis at the end of the procedure. And then you have a form that looks pretty okay. Sometimes you don't see it like a flow diverter, you don't see complete stasis. But as it's a 6 months follow-up, the aneurysm is completely gone. 2-year follow-up, the aneurysm is completely gone. So if you do, I'll come back to this when I compare web with contour. Let's look at some other cases here. This is the left ICA termination again. You can see the device has been placed here. So you can see the device here. It was a 9mm contour. You can easily size that, and then you can see the device is sitting here, and the 6 months follow-up still stays the same, and the 2-year follow-up stays the same. And there is a little bit of flow under the device, but the aneurysm is completely up to date. Again, an ACOM aneurysm. This lady didn't want surgery, so wide neck aneurysm. The height of the aneurysm was difficult, so you couldn't put a web for that size of the aneurysm. But contour doesn't require height as an important thing. And here you can see the device has been placed in. Height is not important. And you can put a contour in, and you can see the stasis. 1-year follow-up, the aneurysm is completely gone, as you can see. This is another very interesting case. I got last 2 cases left. This is a lady who this was in the trial. She had a right MC aneurysm, which I contoured. As you can see, the contour is sitting here at the neck of the aneurysm. She also had a left MC aneurysm. We were out of the trial by the time, so we had to use, because we didn't have access to contour, so I put a web in the other aneurysm. So when she came back for follow-up, you can see there was a web on the left side and a contour on the right side. But what was disappointing at the time, I thought there was a little bit of flow seen under the aneurysm and probably filling the aneurysm. So I decided to go back in and treat it, but then realized that she has got left brachiocephalic stenosis. So I came from the radial side and I put a stent across into the brachiocephalic artery with the intention that I will go up here and then I will coil the small residual aneurysm. But when I came back, you could see that the aneurysm is now completely occluded. So one of the benefits of contour, it does show, it behaves like a flow diverter and shows progressive occlusion of the aneurysm. This is a case just done yesterday, so I haven't got, this is the case which was done 6 months back. I was proctoring and I was sent this. You can see this is a left MC aneurysm. Again, you can see the aneurysm is neck is this, the height is this. So web is never going to work here. Instead, what we decided, we put a contour here, as you can see here. The contour has been placed across the neck of the aneurysm, and you can see the 6 month follow-up, preoperative, the MC aneurysm, and post-operative 6 months follow-up. The aneurysm is completely gone. And this is the one we did yesterday. As you can see, a wide neck MC aneurysm. This is the neck here. There are multiple lobules here. You really see the body of the aneurysm. So the plan was to drop a contour across the neck of the aneurysm. So this is just a video which was sent. I hope it works. But you can see, ignore what they're saying. Not being very rude anyway. So you can see the device is being placed across the neck of the aneurysm here. And hopefully this will also work. And you can see the device is being put here across the neck of the aneurysm. So it looks, it allows you to treat a lot of different aneurysms, which you wouldn't have been able to treat with web. So in summary, what is the difference between the two? Well, one is a flow disruptor, I think. One is a flow diverter. One of the benefits of contour is the progressive occlusion of the aneurysm like a flow diverter. Both are very effective and safe in terms of the way they can occlude the aneurysm. Both are visible, both are easy to deploy. But this contour is very easy to size, very short learning curve. It's a very easy device, and pretty much 1 or 2 cases if you're done, you're free to go, and you can really do it without having significant web, which really needs experience and some learning curve is required to make sure that you get the right device in the right aneurysm. Thank you very much.
Большое спасибо за внимание.